Okay, hello everyone. What we're going to do today is a lecture on bonds. We're going to do bonds, we're going to do various other investments, but bonds typically confuse people a bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn some of the math for bonds, including the exclusion ratios and the basically how they relate to each other, the different yields. So let's take a look at a bond. Let's say it's a Walmart bond. It's paying 6% and it's selling at 94. If it's in the marketplace at 94 or quoted at 94, then it's $940. But what if it's quoted like that? 94.3. Before, I always told you, move the decimal point over and that's the price. That's if it's priced or it's selling in the marketplace. But when they say it's quoted, it's actually that. 3/8. The same with municipal bonds. They're quoted in eighths. So in this example, we then have 94, and then what's 3/8? 3 divided by 8 is 375. Okay, so 0.375. So you just do 375. Now you can move the decimal point over. And now it's $943.75 because it's quoted as 94.3, not priced in the market. Okay? Get that distinction. They're trying to give you quote calculations as opposed to pricing. So let's take this 94 and let's do a calculation for the current yield. Okay? We did in the early math, on the math section, we did a current yield and a yield to maturity. But now, what does it mean? Okay, let's take a drawing. This is a discount bond. This is par, right? Par. So it's going to be at $1,000. Okay, so that would be 6%, right? They call it the coupon yield, they call it the nominal yield. It doesn't go up like that, okay? This is a premium bond. Current yield, yield to maturity, and then, okay, yield to call, yield to call. They want you to understand the relationship on how these work. You know, this is going down. Discount bond. Just to give an idea on a 6% bond here, let's do the math. Let's do the math. Let's get it accurate on the first one. I'm not going to go all the way through it. I want to talk about the relationship, right? So looking at the current yield is $60 divided by 940. Okay, 9.38. I'm sorry, 6.38. Okay, so right here, 6.38. Maybe this is 6.85. I don't know. and further up, 7.2. Okay. This is how a discount bond, this is the relationship between the yields that they want to know on the test. On here, let's say this is going to be 5.72. This is going to be 5.41. This is going to be 5.15. Okay? A premium bond, you're paying more for it. So you had to pay a higher amount. Let's just take an example. If this was $1,060, what would the current yield be? So let's do it. We're still dealing with $60. It doesn't matter what the price of the bond is, it's going to pay 6% of 1,000 on the par. So it's 60 divided by 1060, which is going to be 5.66. I wasn't too far off. Okay? And here we're sitting at 6% as the coupon. So the question could be simple as, what is the relationship between between the yield to maturity and the current yield? Or which is higher, the yield to maturity or the current yield on a discount bond? Well, on a discount bond, the yield to maturity is higher, always. On a premium bond, the yield to maturity is always lower than the current yield. In fact, the 6% coupon yield is higher than all of them in a premium bond. And on a discount, the 6% is always the lowest calculation, the 6% nominal or coupon yield. Going in ascending order, a discount bond, it would be coupon, current yield, yield to maturity, yield to call. That's ascending order. Ascending order means higher the next to the next to the next. Okay? Growing in value. So ascending order on a premium would be yield to call, yield to maturity, current yield, coupon. Don't let them fool you with coupon and nominal. They're the same. Nominal yield and coupon yield are the same. Okay? Understand the relationship here. How does this happen? I thought you were going to ask that. That's simple. Seesaw. We get another seesaw to show you. Let's say we bought the Walmart bond at $1,000. As yields decrease, prices increase. If yields are going to increase, then prices are going to decrease. It has the opposite effect, just like the seesaw. Okay? Just like the seesaw. Yields are down, prices are up. Let's take a look at this on a practical way. What if you are looking at you bought the bond at $1,000, okay? You bought the bond at $1,000. Time goes on, and interest rates are 5%. Okay? 5%. Are you going to sell your $1,000 bond for $1,000? You get $60 interest. These people, 50. Right now, what this is saying is bonds are being issued in the marketplace at 5%. So anybody who wants to buy new issue bonds, they're getting 5%. You have a bond that has $60, $10 more a year to them. That doesn't add up to much in just one bond. But people don't buy just one bond at a time. They're going for income. They're going to buy 50, 100, 200 bonds at a time for regular income. So what does this do? You bet it's going to make your bond more attractive. Your bond, this is a premium bond. If interest rates dropped down to 5% from 6 down to 5, your yield, your bond, the price of $1,000, I'm not going to sell it for $1,000 or anything less. I'm getting $10 extra on my bond. They're happy to pay extra to get that extra $10 per bond a year. More money up front, but a lot more better income for them down the road, all the way to maturity. So, the next situation we need to know is municipal bonds. These are from your state, local taxing authorities, your city government, county government, state government, the school district, the project for the community center, the toll road, the dam that they're putting in, and they're going to generate revenue from electricity. Okay, so this is a project, or it is an obligation of the government. You can read up on that, on GOs and that, but we're just going to take a look at equivalency and the money. So you have a 4%, let's see, Boise School District bond. All we're selling at $1,000. You know, we're not going to make any difference here now. We're going to just try to get a comparison between a tax-free bond. This 4% is tax-free to them. So they get $40 a year tax-free. They pay $1,000, they get $40 tax-free. Okay? Now, take a look at why would somebody get a bond for just 4%? I can get a corporate bond for a lot better return. Really? What better? You got to figure out what the equivalent is in the taxable market. So what we do, what tax bracket are they in? Tax bracket, let's say 30%. 30% tax bracket. So the problem is this: 4 divided by 1 minus 0.30 equals 4 divided by 0.7 equals. What's this going to do? Well, I'm saying that for a couple of reasons, so that I can stall to get out the calculator and do this. But what it does is it tells us what the equivalent for this 4% is in our pocket. If I get a tax-free bond and I get $40, what do I got in my pocket? $40. How about after the tax man gets me? $40. After taxes. There was no taxes on it. But what about a corporate bond? I'm going to get more interest, but I'm going to have to pay taxes. The bottom line is, what's left in the pocket after the tax man gets us? So, let's take a look. So we're going to go 4 and divide by 0.7. $5.71%. This is saying this bond, tax-free, is equal to a bond that pays 5.71% that is taxable. What's going to be, we have a 5.71% bond, and we're going to get taxed at the 30% tax rate. What's going to be left in our pocket? $40. Gee, just the same as that. So why do we want this calculation? We want to find out for the customer. He comes and says, hey, I saw this Boise School District bond at 4%. I'm very interested. What do you think? What tax bracket you in? 30%. Oh yeah, I can see that's a concern. But let me take a look. And he says, well, why would you want to look for something? I said, what if we can get you more money after taxes? I mean, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Who cares? As long as after I'm taxed, I got more than $44 or $40. Oh, okay, take a look at that. Now, I look in the market and I find a Walmart bond at 5.85%. And I show him that and I says, this is Walmart, very well, you know, AAA company, no worries on the debt. Yeah. And it's better than the 5.71 equivalent, which means you're going to have more money in your pocket. How much, he says. Okay, 5.85. This is the taxable equivalent. How much is the tax-free equivalent? We multiply by 0.7. Bear with me. There you go. After taxes, this person is going to have $40.95 for every bond if he goes with the Walmart, because it's better than the tax equivalent. If I could only find 5.6 or less, it would be better to go to the 4% bond. That's the type of questions you're going to get. Do the math, find the equivalent, but also, here's a scenario, this bond, or this bond. Which bond would give better after taxes for the individual? Okay, that's bonds, that's municipals. And the same works on municipals as I spoke earlier with the fulcrum, you know, the seesaw. It's all the same. Interest rates go up, prices go down. It's the opposite reaction. Are there exceptions to the rule? Yes. In a very bad economy, in a market dive, some type bonds are going to go up as opposed to some bonds going down. It just depends on where people are putting the money now. At that point, it would be more supply-demand. But the relationship stands for the test. Don't mess that up. Okay? That's bonds.